Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's your girl, Jazzy Jazz. We are here on this wonderful, beautiful, cold Saturday evening. We are getting together. We have a hot topic tonight. I just want to thank Biz Entertainment Network for hosting Ladies Night. I am a self-taught makeup artist. You can find me at Jasmine Johnson MUA on IG and Facebook. I also am a stylist for a clothing brand. You can definitely get my information there. We have women's clothing. And I just want to thank y'all for stopping in tonight. We're going to be talking about cheaters. We're just going to dive just like into the, not the 8-foot deep pool. We're going to be like at the 3 or 4 foot deep pool. We can definitely continue this conversation as far as it goes. But I definitely just wanted to say thank you for stopping in. Everybody in the locker room, I love y'all. Mwah. We are going to be missing Nana and Buttercup. They are not going to be with us tonight, but they are definitely going to be with us in spirit. So let's get it, ladies. My wonderful guests are going to be trickling in. So we do have from last weekend, we have Sabrina and we have my gorgeous Sabrina and my gorgeous Vivi. Thank you so much. I love you guys. So, look at your hair. It looks so pretty, girl. We're going to be talking about cheaters. So I wanted to kind of start this off with, because everybody has a different definition for cheating, right? I know my definition may be different from Vivi and you, Sabrina. So I wanted to get into what you think cheating is. Let's start it off, Brina. What do you consider cheating?
I mean, when you're doing something that you're hiding from me.
Okay.
Basically, when you're messing with someone behind my back without saying something about it, that's cheating.
Okay. What about you, Vivi?
I could agree with Sabrina. I go a little more in depth with it. I feel like cheating could be anything from just like having an emotional connection with somebody else other than your wife or your spouse.
Okay. Gotcha. So I may go a little deeper than that. I think cheating is leading another person outside of your relationship, leading them on to believe that they are going to be with you in some form or fashion, whether it be hanging out, whether it be talking, whether it be going to the movies, whether it be going to lunch. I think cheating is all of the above. It's not just the physical, because you get to the physical, right? You got to start somewhere. You got to start at hello, motherfucker. Don't talk to me. Like,
mental.
They say hi, hello. I'm not entertaining it. So to me, if you're entertaining type of anything, that could be cheating. Now, I might be a little bit off the Richter when it comes to it, because my hubby is a flirt. So I had to tone it back a little bit because I think that's cheating. Like I said,
you think flirting is cheating?
In some way, yes. Which now I don't necessarily, but when we first got together, absolutely, 100%. I'm like, oh, you're this bitch. You know her? Like, oh, I'm just saying hello. I'm just seeing how her day was going. Why? Why do you want to know how her day's? Like, I was that person when we first met, and then as I got to know him, I'm in a different with a different person. Like, I can't compare him to everybody that I've dealt with. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm like, what's the ulterior motive?
Right.
Like, why do you want to know about this person? Why do you need to know how their day's going?
Yeah.
It's our wait. She doesn't need to talk to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, dude, they're serving our, like, let's be nice. So that's what I said. That's why I wanted to dip into what do y'all think cheating necessarily is? And then, of course, if it goes any further than that, then it's just absolutely red flag cheating, but a call on the play.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into, have either of you ever been cheated on?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
I've been cheated on.
Of course.
That's why my marriage did not last, because my ex-husband actually left to go be with someone from high school that he was, I guess, talking to. Because he worked graveyard and I worked during the day, so they were on the phone. And I'm not an insecure person. I didn't really mind that he had friends, but I didn't know he was gonna like leave his whole family for her. So
Gotcha.
he was doing some real sneaky cheating. And the thing was, he was so good at it that until he left, I didn't even realize it. Like, yeah, I would come home, he would run my water, not be on his phone. He was just like so attentive. So it really makes it really hard for me to trust people, because he was really good at it.
Gotcha. So when I was younger, I was married when I was really young. I would say really young. And he was a cheater from the beginning. And I kind of was like, well, he's gonna change. I really had that mentality, like, oh, he'll change. Like once we get married, once we're together, he's not gonna do that no more. Yeah, that didn't work. He did it. And so I became in that particular relationship, I cheated back for revenge. I was like, oh, you want to do this to me? You want to make me feel like this? Oh, I got you. I got you. We're about to play. And he didn't like the game. He didn't like that too much. I mean, I was young, like I chop it up to I was young. I shouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying? Like now in hindsight, I shouldn't have been childish, but I really didn't give a fuck. I was like, okay, I got you. Because I felt stupid. Like I moved out to another state to be with this man. And thank you. I moved out to another state to be with him. And I feel like you dragged me all the way out here just to go and be with these other women. Have these women in our house? Oh yes. There was this rant.
Girl, I would have caught a case.
Girl, I was at the gas station. We had broke up for a minute, got back together, and I went to the gas station. I'm minding my own, and this girl's like, "Oh, where's your husband?" But she called him by his name. I said, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Oh, I see his car." I said, "No, boo, that's my car." You know what I'm saying? Like, she's like, "Well, tell him I said hi." I was like, but I look, and it's not just her. It's like her and 5 girls. I said, "Oh, bet, I'll be right back." So I go to get my homegirls. We come back, and they're gone. And so, my ass, I'm like, "Oh, you want to do this?" And he's like, "I don't even know what you're talking about." I said, "How do they know your car? How do they know my face?" Like all over the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, it was. He did me dirty. So I was like, okay.
How old were you?
I was 20 and 21. We got married.
Oh yeah, that's when you really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I was 20 and I had no kids. I was, free as a bird to cause havoc on that relationship. But it was it all meant to be, like we weren't meant to be together, so that was okay. But I just realized, like, I felt like such a fool. Like, I can't even believe I believed half of the shit that came out of this man's mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd be like, "Oh no, that's my dude, my boy's girl," and that's how they was in the house. And he had elaborate stories. Like, okay, and I like there was different reasons why I stayed in the relationship, because I had given a lot of monetary stuff towards the relationship. And we had broke up several times. I separated with him for 6 months. And then he's like, "Oh, I've changed. I'm a better person, blah, blah, blah." He was in the military. He was getting ready to deploy. And I was like, okay, well, one of two things. I'm going to go get my shit back. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I got my stuff that I initially lost. That was my mentality. Yeah, girl. I was good. Like he knew I was cheating on him. He knew I cheated on him. He knew I had like a full blown relationship outside of him. Cause I told him, I was like, "I don't want to be with your sorry ass no more." You know what I'm saying? Like made him cry and everything. And I was like, "This is what I look like? I look like this? No. So yeah, I've been cheated on. That was like my first real relationship, and it was difficult. at first, and then I like
Mhm.
had my own life, so it really didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Right.
moved on fairly quickly because we didn't have any children, thank God. So I was really lucky there.
Mhm.
And I was only 2 relationships that I know of that I was cheated on, like I actually, got proof or whatever. The second relationship, I wouldn't
Mhm.
even say it was really like a relationship. I would say I thought we were in a relationship and he thought we were friends. And he had a whole nother girl pregnant, and I found out, and he was like, and then
Oh my
after
God.
I was like, okay, I don't want to be with you. Like I can't even believe I wasted my time. Was like, I'm sorry, I want to marry you, I want to do this, I want to buy you a house, it's already too late. I'm good,
We gonna
So,
call him Mr. I Wanna.
yeah, for sure. What about you, BB? BB, can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. It's okay. I'll come back. I'll come back to that question.
I can hear you.
Oh, you hear me now? Okay. So have you ever been cheated on or, found
I can
out
hear
some
you.
sort of way? Hmm?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have. I've been married for almost 18 years. Um, there was infidelity in the marriage on
Mm-hmm.
his part. And then even prior to that, the person I was with before that, but that was just like a little high school thing,
Yeah.
But yeah, it just the first time it happened to me, I basically walked away right away. It was like a high school sweetheart situation where we were together for a while. We were really good friends like before that. So it was really shocking to me when I
Uh-huh.
actually walked in and caught it. So I think it's worse
Oh
when you
man.
actually walk into something.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
I packed my shit and left, and then moved to a whole different state. I met my
Yeah.
husband shortly after, and from there, like from the beginning, it was like infidelity,
Mm.
and it's just it's something- it's something that you don't have to deal with, but like you said, Jazz, like you're in hopes that it's not going to continue to happen.
Right.
And after all
Mhm.
these 17 years, yeah, there's no more infidelity, but
Right.
you wait here patiently hoping that everything's going to fix itself, and it doesn't
Right.
fix itself
Mhm.
because the
Mm-hmm.
choice is up to that person. Are they going to
Right.
fix
Mhm.
themselves? Are they going to stop? You can't change that person and what they're doing. So
Right.
I think a
Right.
lot of women also stay when they have years of like chemistry and years of a relationship that was built, and then you have kids, and then now you have this family and you're close with their family and vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people are afraid.
Oh man. It was getting good.
Oh yeah, she always has really good stories.
Doesn't she have really great? I love her stories.
Mhm.
I got messy stories. I was dogged. Just kidding. Um.
um
Okay, we got no. I was like, we
so
were like
yeah, I
all
feel
into
like,
your
can you guys
story, girl. We was like,
no, I think a lot of people are afraid to lose that. I'm
yeah,
just more of someone that's very independent and outgoing, and I really don't tolerate the bullshit.
yeah.
Behind that, though, my husband is a great father, to my children.
Mhm.
Mhm.
He's yeah, he's good, and I dealt with it, and I'm happy that I stuck it out because here we are, almost 18 years later, and
Right.
um, yeah, I went through some stuff, but it built tougher skin.
Mhm.
Now I can teach my girls, the example of what to not tolerate, but
Exactly.
also what fighting does, fighting for your
Exactly.
marriage does. So
Right.
I'm glad that I did put up with it.
Mhm.
However, it's painful. It's a lot to go through.
Yeah. No, it is. I think more so like for me when I was younger, it had an effect because I didn't have anything to compare it to. You know what I'm saying? I was like in my
Mhm.
mind, I'm like, oh, I'm like a fairy tale, like my first real boyfriend. I marry him. fuck, it's only been like 6 months. You're already doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's not, it was more so, I think, him as a person not being mature, right? We were in a relationship at 20 years old, for goodness sakes. And then not having any kids, so we don't have any responsibility together. It's just, we're like roommates. You know what I'm saying? Like in the grand scheme of things, we're roommates getting to know each other, getting to know ourselves and not knowing ourselves at all, you know?
Mhm.
And then it's like a whole bunch of like, I feel like drama put on top of that. And it was just like a bomb waiting to happen. It really was, you know, that particular situation. But you know, I do have a couple videos,
I
but
have one more story I want to share.
Okay.
So I have a story. I had a boyfriend, I don't know, probably like 7 years ago. And we were together for a whole year, moved in together. And, you know, at night, like, you know, after school, I was going to college for dental hygiene. So at night, I would fall asleep after work or school or whatever, after cooking for the kids or whatever. And he would say, you know, oh, I'm going to go get it, because he likes to get his little drink on, whatever. And then one time, I was like, why is he always leave? Like, why is he waiting? You know, Pisces, we dissect every damn thing. So I'm like, why is he always leaving when I'm asleep? Mm-hmm. And something said, sit right by that gate. And there was a female dropping him off.
Oh, Jesus.
It took everything in me not to go off. I went back inside before he got there and I said, I want you to get your shit. Get the fuck out of my house. We could do this.
That's insane.
Smoothly.
That's crazy.
Or we could do this a different type of way. And
we could get into
but he had to go
right now.
Like, what the fuck? It was crazy.
Sometimes I don't understand like what the other person is thinking, like with the level of like balls that person has.
Mm-hmm.
Like for that example, for her to be dropping him off at his house, you know what I'm saying, or where he sleeps. Like, to me, that's just, I mean, I didn't necessarily do that, but I mean, I did some fucked up shit.
That was bold. That was really bold.
That was bold, but sometimes these motherfuckers don't tell these bitches, or actually these hoes, they don't tell them what the real situation is. So for all she knew, she was dropping him off at his
She had no idea. I'm sure she didn't know.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I never really got mad at like women. That one girl had it coming to her because she knew who exactly I was. Like, you don't do that to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I think a lot of times the dude or the female is telling them like one side of a story that they want to believe in, that are selling it. And so that person's like sometimes walks into World War III and like, whoa, what's going on? You know? So unless it's just a really messed up person that don't give a fuck, you know, which they're out there too. They're out there. But what I was saying was, we do have a couple videos.
Somebody said being dropped off don't mean be cheating. Whatever.
Really unknown? Or really UK? We know what that is. We know. His car didn't get broke down, okay? If his car was broken down, sure. If he was getting a ride,
and if you weren't hiding, why you didn't come inside the gate? Why were you in front of the gate?
Why, you know what? What's going on there, UK? I just want to say thank you so much for everybody stopping in. I wanted to get like a ground basis of what we thought cheating was. Don't want to drink and drive. Oh, I can't with you. He said, don't want to drink and drive. That's why he's getting dropped off. I cannot.
My thing is, if you don't want me to do it, don't do it. Because when I pull you on you, you ain't gonna be able to handle it.
Why didn't you just take Uber? Why didn't you just take Uber if he was not cheating?
Or I have a car. I can pick you up. You don't have to have the next pick you up. I can pick you up.
Right.
My job, not her job. Just saying.
Right.
So I have a couple more things that I wanted to touch on. So I know, because I kind of like looped my transparency into the story. Have either of you ever been the cheater in a relationship or the scenario?
Yeah, when I was younger.
You did.
Hmm.
Was it like a tit
After I
for
was being
tat?
cheated on, though. After I was
Well,
being
that's okay.
cheated
Was it
on.
like a tit for tat situation? Like, oh, you're doing it, so I'm gonna do me.
It was, yeah, but it was more than that. It was like with my son's father. He kept lying, right?
Okay.
Some girl was texting him at night talking about, "Hey, daddy." I'm like, "You somebody else's daddy?" And when I called the girl, she knew the year, make, and model of the car seat, the truck, everything. I was like, "Oh, this is what we doing," And exes
Yeah.
always stay lurking. So I hung
That
out
they
with an
do.
ex.
I'm all that they do. That they do.
Okay.
Well, so that was the only circumstance in which I, cheated on everything since
Mm-hmm.
thereafter. I always ended the shit and then moved on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
to me, I thought I was like, before that, I always was like, oh, I'll never cheat. I'll never be that person. Like, it's easy to break up with somebody. It's easy to just end a relationship. And I ate those words. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy to end a relationship. It's not easy to be like, you know what? I don't want to be with you today because of what Vivi was saying. Like the relationships you have with their family, with their friends, like you got to explain this shit. You got to, people want to know like what's going on. Why aren't y'all together? Like, fuck, I really got to talk about it with you too. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
sometimes,
But
that.
here's my thing. I'm not gonna say like when someone can be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like guys do dumb shit because they stupid, right? So if you're honest about your shit, then I can respect you. But when you lying and you don't when you're trying to insult my intelligence, that's when I'm like, well, what the fuck am I doing? You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna say like if he would have told me like, hey, this is what really happened, da da da. I probably wouldn't have left. I probably would have been like, okay, at least you were honest. Like, how can we move past that? But we can't even have that conversation when you're trying to continuously insult my intelligence and tell me something's not going on that I know is going on. You know what I mean? That I can't move past it. Like I know guys cheat, they stupid, they think what they dick and they don't think what they had. But at the same time, then respect me enough to like be honest. That's all I'm saying. Because if we don't have honesty, then like what are we doing?
There's nothing. Yeah, like what are you doing?
Yeah.
So Vivi, before you cut out, I had asked Sabrina, had she ever been the cheater? Because I said in my story, I was like transparent and I put it together. Have you ever been the cheater?
Yes, until it took years. It took a lot of years.
Yeah.
A lot of years. So yeah, I think that in our most recent times, I finally was really fed up and had an emotional connection with someone. And I think that that's where my explanation came from the beginning. When you become emotionally attached to somebody, it doesn't have to be physical to be cheating. So
exactly.
there was an emotional attachment. I was honest with my husband and, we're moving past that.
Gotcha. No, well, thank you for being transparent there. I know it can be a difficult topic. I know I talk about it and I'm like, but it can be definitely difficult to open up and be honest about, you know what I'm saying? But it just shows how you've moved past it is how you're able to talk about it and relay it. You know what I'm saying? I think to me, it's crazy. Like lying and like being dishonest is like, I look at that like parallel to like, oh, you're cheating. Like if you can do this, you can do that. I try to keep them separate in like two separate arenas because I know they're not the same thing, but they do go hand in hand, but to me, I was like, I would rather someone tell me I'm not fucking with you right now. I want to go do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can respect, like I won't like it, but I'll be like, well, damn, what can I really say if you're telling me you want to go, sow your oats or, go do whatever the fuck you need to do as far as fuck 10 bitches or whatever the fucking case is. Just tell me, talk to me about it. And then we move on. Because then don't like take my choice from me. Don't take my options away from me. That is like the one thing I cannot. Like if you don't give me an option to say yes or no, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Like that is like, you know, you're setting off World War III with me. Like it's about to go down.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, and I don't like how you said like sneaky, like catching someone in the act.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I could like handle it accordingly, because I'm very like go to 100 and then we'll talk about it after, when I should have known what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like I shouldn't have to be 100 in front of people that shouldn't see me like that. You know, like have that respect. Like it's our business. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're bringing someone else into it. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting off topic. Okay. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Biz Entertainment Network, for having us on the show tonight for Ladies Night to discuss a topic that people really don't like to talk about. But we're about to talk that shit. We're about to get into it. All right, ladies, let's get into that first video.
Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down.
Yeah, I'm still good. Thank you.
I don't agree. I don't agree. I don't agree 100%. And I don't know if it's just from personal experience. I don't agree. I'm gonna tell you why I don't agree, just so that we can all be together on this. I think it's possible for people to separate emotion. Like I go out, I see you, I know I want to get it. I knew I wanted to have sex before I went out. I knew that this is what was going to happen tonight. Whoever was the lucky person, if it was someone I was talking to or someone else, not that I did this every night, so let's clarify that, but I didn't have to talk to them again. It was like, we did it, boom, okay, thanks, see you later, and I went on my merry way. Now, I don't know if it's because I was growing up around a lot of dudes. I don't know if that was just my mentality, because I wanted no strings attached to anybody. I didn't want a relationship. There was a time in my life I did not want a relationship. I did not want to be tied down. It didn't mean I want to fuck everybody, but I knew like, okay, I'm horny. It is easier for women to get men to have sex with, but I didn't need I wasn't an emotional attachment. There's protection. I used it and I was good. So I don't feel like I have to put energy into a motherfucker. I don't need to put energy into a motherfucker. You know how many motherfuckers wanted to be with me? Not to sound like an asshole, but I'm just saying it's not a lot of energy.
Hello.
I don't know. What do you think, Bibi?
I couldn't see the video for some reason. So if you could just
I couldn't see the video.
I'll let you know. Okay, so I'll let you know what she said. So it was like that men and women, men can go out and have sex and it just be a fuck. But women, when they cheat, it's way different. They put energy in a man. They, you know, have this connection with the man and all this other shit when it comes to connection. Like you can't, like it's impossible for a woman to cheat and it not mean something.
That's not necessarily true.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of women that cheat and it doesn't mean shit. That girl, that hoe that was fucking her man, she obviously didn't need any type of connection. So no, I don't think that. I completely disagree.
What about you, Sabrina?
Yeah, I don't think women have to have a connection with someone to have sex with them. You know what I mean? Just because they're cheating with them or whatever, that doesn't mean that they have to, you know, have a connection or I want to be with that person just because we're, you know.
Now,
chilling, fucking or whatever.
right, if it's something, so it has to be that situation. I think it's situational. So if you
Mm-hmm.
are working and there's a guy you work with and y'all been, you work together, you interact, you have a relationship, and then you go cheat, that's intentional. You have a connection because you know this person.
Mm-hmm.
If it's someone that you did like, hey, how you doing? We're dancing all night at the club, whatever, and y'all go, that's not, I mean, y'all dancing, that's not a fucking connection. You don't know what the fuck this
Right.
motherfucker got at home. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's people I know, not just me, but I know other people that have just gone and been dead and never talked to the person again. And it wasn't like you said, it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. No, like I think that's ridiculous. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
But so on this topic, because I know that, so I was watching a lot of videos, right? And it was like men and women cheat differently and so yes, men and women do cheat very differently. Men are very blatant. Well, women, they say sneaky. I just think it's more discreet. It's discreet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you just out in the streets like that, then it's very, very, and men may say it's sneaky, but I just think they're discreet with their shit. They're keeping it to themselves and they're doing what they're doing. Now, is it right?
Right.
No, 100% not right. But if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. What do you think it is for like a family member or like your close friend to be cheating? Would you call them on their bullshit, or would you be like, yo, that's wrong, like I don't think you should? Would you try to talk them out of cheating, or would you go on the date with them? Like how would y'all react to that situation?
I would stay out of it because that shit can backfire.
Right? What do you think, Vivi?
Mm-hmm.
Vivi, can you hear me? That's funny. Did you see the comment? He said, wow, this woman cheat a lot. These chicks are so dumb. Well, thank you so much for that wonderful comment. No, we don't cheat a lot. Just because we have a difference of opinion, that's all that is.
Yeah, I mean, it can backfire. And I think that this is so contradicting because it just depends on the situation. If it was my friend and she's like, hey, I'm going to do this, and I know all her history with her situation.
Right. I think like there was this one I heard, she said, she was like, women empower other women to cheat. I don't think that's the case at all. Like if my friend was like, yo, I'm about to go smash this dude, I'd be like, yo, if she's in a relationship, I would talk to her. I'm not getting involved. Like you said, I wouldn't necessarily, if that's your choice, you're a grown ass fucking person. I would tell you maybe that's not the best situation, depending on her situation. But I wouldn't, I would just, I would definitely say, I don't think it's right. When I saw this one video, I was like, this lady was like, all these women are empowering everybody to cheat just because they're in a bad situation. I would say if you're in a bad situation, you need to get out of it. I'm not over here like, oh, you're great. Like this is good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, I just she was having issues with her internet. She'll be back on in a second. But how do you think being cheated on or witnessing someone being cheated on, how do you think that has like shaped the way you think about your like future relationships or the relationships you had? Do you think that had any bearing on like the decisions you made? You do?
Definitely.
Growing up, I don't think I realized I was witnessing people cheat, or you know what I'm saying? Like a high school shit. Yeah, I saw that and I thought it was stupid. But like I never, and I don't know if this is like I come from a people with like broken homes, or that could have been the reason why their home was broken. But I didn't know. Like my friends would tell me, oh, my dad cheated on my mom and that's why they're not together. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't, I didn't see a lot of it or hear about it a lot. I heard more so like different things, but I would definitely say I was jaded for a very long time from my first relationship that I had, and I treated people like shit. You know what I'm saying? it definitely had a bearing for many years, until I realized like not everybody's the same. Because for a long time I was like,
Right.
oh, all fuckers are the fucking same. You know, from what I saw, it wasn't just him. It was like where we were. It was a military town, and so that's all you heard was men cheating on women. You know, like men would deploy, and then the wives would all go crazy. You know, they were all in the clubs, and you know, it was just like it was really crazy. And it was like it jaded me. I was like, oh, I would never date someone in the military. I started to get a list. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, if you did this, if you did that, you know, I was like, things. I was like, you know, I really can't fuck with you because you were in the military, you know? And I was like, well, hey, Lin. I don't know. It was tough. I would say it definitely was tough for me outside of that. Cause like I did that to get revenge, but it really, it made me feel bad because that's not who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like it did affect me in that way. Cause I'm like, well, why would you sink so low? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? So what about you? Do you think like the situations you like, either you saw cheating or you were a part of, like, did it start making you have like a checklist of like, I don't want this in a partner, I don't want this in a part? Like, did your wall go up like this, or you know what I'm saying?
That's good. Did you see the comment? Sorry, that was a good comment.
From Lin or UK?
UK.
Okay, UK said a lot of people use their past relationships in their new relationships, and it hurts that relationship. People need to go to therapy before going into another relationship and affecting someone else. Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. There was, I mean, at 22, did I know to go to therapy? No. I didn't know that's what I needed. As I got older, yes. Lin says some women don't have to have a connection, they just do it. Chemically imbalanced for some, and some don't care. That's what I was trying to get across. I think it might not have came across that way, but that's what I was trying to explain. It says, she said, black men cheat, white men, yellow, orange cheat. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. Would you ever put the blinders on? Would you guys ever turn the cheek to someone cheating on you? Would you ever be like know it's happening but never not address it?
No, I'm always gonna address it.
You're always gonna address it.
I'm psycho.
Like,
if I know, I'm gonna.
You needed the facts,
right?
I need to know the facts, because when I come at you with it, I need to know who, what, when, where, why. And sometimes I will know something for a very long time and not say anything until I really need to.
Really? I can't. I don't think I can. I don't think I can sit on it. Like I'm not. I'm
not saying for a long time, but I want to know the facts. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, you cheated. I'm gonna be like, whoop-de-whoop, at this time, message me or followed me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not just gonna sound crazy out here in these streets. I'm gonna know what I'm talking about. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'll wait years.
You're gonna have your ducks in a row. You're gonna say, okay, on this day, this is what happened. Answer my damn question.
Exactly. So that you can't hit me with no bullshit. You know what I mean?
Right. For sure. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I think for me, because like I said, I was young. Like now, I don't. Thank God, I don't deal with that. You know, we've had other boulders in our relationship. That one hasn't been really, other than me being jealous. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been jealous. I've been childish. Insecure with my own self, but that's like self-growing. Like UK said, I've talked to a therapist. I now talk about my feelings versus years ago, I wouldn't talk about anything and I would just rage is what I call it. Like I would just go, like everything would be fine. And then I'd be like a lunatic. Like you did this, this, and this. We're like fighting about 10 things. And it's like, whoa, what happened? But that's just part of growing. It's a part of learning who you are based on the situations you've been in, based on the crazy tales that you have. but just learning and growing. You know, it's all about growing. Let's see. UK said,
Mm-hmm.
not them orange ones, try to run for president. Oh my goodness. Lin says, when to become one, it's better or for worse. If your boyfriend, girlfriend, that doesn't, that's different. Okay. So that brings up another point. Do you think it's worse if your boyfriend, girlfriend, versus do you think cheating is only when you're married?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're technically not tied to that person if you're not married. Technically.
I think it's worse when you're married.
No, I think it's worse all
I think I
over
got
again.
most infuriated when I was married.
Was it?
So I'm like, what kind of games
Yeah.
you playing? Like I relocated, did this, do that, you know, as far as where I was living, because he was like, oh, I want to swim to a townhome and da-da-da. So both our names are on it, all this bullshit. It infuriated me because I altered my whole life. I'm very independent. So when I
Gotcha.
kind of like had to submit to a man who was on some bullshit, I was just like,
You know, that I mean that's it's I can definitely, like, I don't now, if I like came home and this was going down, I probably would be incarcerated because I don't think I would know how to act because I do give so much trust. You know what I'm saying? Like I would drive the car through the house, like I would lose a noodle. You know what I'm saying? Only because I feel like our relationship is so good. You know what I'm saying? Like I would be like, oh, well, what is this? You know, like I don't know. I think I would have a different reaction because when I was younger, I was like, okay. I was real quiet. I didn't argue. I
well,
didn't
hey, let
fight.
me just tell you, I was incarcerated for a whole week behind that shit.
Was
A
you
whole
really?
week, pregnant and all. I was fucking
Well,
shit up.
well, I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I'm just saying, you know, when I was younger, I was like, okay, I got you. Like we don't have to argue about shit. I'm not tracking you down. I know what's going on. And I just went
Right.
on my merry way and did what I did. And he tracked me down. That's how it really came to a head because I was like, oh, I'm good. We don't need to argue. I'm not gonna argue with you. It's pointless. I already know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I was in a very like different headspace when I was younger. Now I'm a lot more boisterous and vocal, and I can tell you how I feel. I can tell, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I was like, it ain't happening. I'm about to go do my own thing. See you later. And she said, when you are married, it's worse. You go before God, but you also promise God for better or worse, whatever worse may be. That's interesting. Like if you make this vow in front of God, but I don't know. I think that is like just trampling on your whole relationship. Like it's not just because I made this vow doesn't mean like I don't have a say or like an emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
Right.
use that as a crutch. Like, oh well, we're married, so you got to put up with it. Like, no, I don't have to. I'm choosing to because I want to see this through, but I don't have to do shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we can definitely figure it out if we need to. But do you think so? Do y'all think like women? Because I know they say that marriages like nowadays they end from women. Like women are the main person to file for divorce. Do you think a man, if he caught you cheating, would be like, all right, we're done. Like I'm out the door. Or
Oh
do you think
my gosh, they can't handle it. Yes.
Really?
That'll be the first thing out their mouth. They'll pack their shit and leave in a heartbeat. Yet they expect us to put up with it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Like I don't
and
understand.
I think that's going back to how you were saying that cheating, women are more discreet. I think that might be part of that reason is because we actually care about what we're losing. A man, I feel like they care, but not in the moment. They'll deal with it later.
Me no like women that use the word shit.
Shit.
Oh my God. Where do these people come from?
Just kidding. Not really. I say it all the time.
I say shit and
I can't hear nothing.
I'm all shit. In divorce court, you can't even talk about the person cheating. It has zero effect on what the court says. I thought it was like
clearly unknown hypochondrias.
I was like, I don't think that's true. I think if you can, isn't it? If someone is like, I can't think of the word, but don't you get like alimony if they are caught cheating or some shit? Like, doesn't the court see it in your favor if you're caught cheating? If you're going to divorce court?
I think you can get alimony as long as you've been married to that person for like so many years. I think it's like 7 or 10 years. And then I think that at that point, if the woman was the one that, if the man was the one making more of an income, then I believe that's how it happens. I don't know, because I really don't care about that. But yeah, I think that's how it works.
Gotcha.
I don't think it has anything to do with the cheating or anything.
So that's what I was like, okay, so no blinders. If you guys caught your partner cheating, there's nothing that they could do for you to look the other way. For me, it's a hard no. It's a hard no for me. If I caught my partner cheating. Oh, thank you, Lin Lin. Oh, I appreciate you. You're beautiful too. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. Oh, good. Goodness gracious. I can't. Can you hear me, Vivi?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I think we lost Sabrina for a second. So Lin said, we're all so beautiful. I said, thank you so much. And then that other person, he doesn't like the fact that we're saying shit, and that's okay. Lin said, men, I believe, take getting cheated on worse. A man will take it harder. Well, yeah, because I think it's like ego. Like their ego's affected. Like, I don't know. I mean, my ego was affected, so I don't know. Adultery. Oh, there you go. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's why I was like, I know there's a word for it. I just can't think of it right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was just like, I was trying to see, like, because I mean, I knew people that have cheated. You know what I'm saying? Like but I never condoned it. I was like, because I know there's some people that will put the blinders on for their partner. If their man's making more money with, if they're taking care of house and home, if you know what I'm saying, they're not bringing the messiness home. It's like if they're not affected, they'll let their man do whatever. And I don't think that's okay in the end. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's not a good, like, you may talk that shit like, oh, he's, if you're in a mansion, you got all your shit paid. But at the end of the day, it's like that shit could go away like this, and then your man's cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how people can rationalize sharing their partner. Now, hey, if you're in one of those relationships where you want to share your partner, I can't knock you. I know I don't want to share my partner, but I'm a greedy person, like in general. So I don't want to share anything. I was the only child. It's hard for me to share friends. It's hard, but if that's your thing and you don't consider it cheating, UK says I'm in a poly relationship, so cheating doesn't just affect me, it affects the other person. So because you're in a poly relationship, if one of your partners steps out, that's considered cheating, right? Excuse me.
I think so. I don't know.
How would you deal with that? I'm not sure what that person's talking about. A real man, but a player will not care. Well, I think there's one video that we're going to show, and it's a guy talking about the difference between a boy and a man in the fact of cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like how it's handled and everything like that. So without further ado, I'm not sure if it's the next video, but let's get into the next video so we can go ahead and talk about that. Next video, please. Or not. Or I could just talk about comments are going. So, oh yeah, it says, and I enclosed it with a kiss. Not that sure. Oh, I read that one. Well, I appreciate you appreciating me. Oh yeah, Sabrina. Lin said that we were beautiful. So I said, thank you so much. She was beautiful too. And then Lin said, that's not okay in the beginning, let alone in the end. And then, oh yeah, sharing your spouse comes with great risk, physically, emotionally, etc. I mean, I don't know. I know some people, it works for some people though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how it works, but I know it does. Anon says, yes, correct. It's just us three in this shit, and I don't know how I would handle it if one of them cheated, never had to experience it. Well, I hope you never do. I'm gonna put that right there. I hope you never do. Linden, God made someone for everyone. We don't have to share what God made just for us, you know. Okay. Well, thank you guys for commenting. I'm glad that we're actually getting to the comments this time, because I feel like last time there was like so many comments that we just kept you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm glad that we got that little flow going. But okay, you see the next video? Like, share, subscribe. Biz Entertainment Network. Who's hosting? Hey, Nyla.
Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down.
Here's 3 scientifically researched steps to recover a relationship from cheating. Step 1,
really
atone.
quickly,
In this
hey,
phase, the
Nyla,
hurt party is allowed to ask
I
all
don't know
questions
her,
about what happened,
but
who,
Nyla
how
said
long.
she's been cheated on, but eventually she cheated on him when she couldn't get a hold of him on New Year's. That is the one time where it really fucking sucks, when you don't have like someone to hang out with. I don't know, unless you're with a bunch of friends, because I think it's like, because especially if you go somewhere, because then everybody's kissing at midnight, and you're like,
oh.
It's not coming up. Sorry, he played the video and it didn't come up. I told him it didn't come up. Oh, goodness. Daniel says 40 and single. Sure. I'm not saying that. Hi, Nyla. Thank you for joining. She said, hi, ladies. Okay. So we're going to.
Hi.
We had a little technical difficulty, ladies. Sorry.
Hi, Nyla.
So, oh, yeah, that's a good question. Oh, yeah, says, do you girls use personality tests to find a partner? Just wondering. MBT, for example. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is?
You can't be boring, because I get bored fast. You can't be boring. You got to be spontaneous, fun like me. You can be chill, because I'm like, oh, my personality is big, so you got to be like a mellow kind of dude. But when I say, hey, let's go do this and let's do
Here's
that,
3
you gotta
scientifically
be fun.
researched steps to
You
recover a
can't be
relationship.
boring. You gotta be able to hold.
Oh, no. It didn't come on
What
again.
happened?
Did you say the video was starting to come on? I agree. You can't be boring. So, like, one of the, I don't know if I hear, do you hear it playing? Or is that, what I was going to say is, that's one thing, like, if you can't make me laugh, because I have like a really, I don't want to say a strange sense of humor, but I'm like, I have very dark humor. So you have to like be able to be funny, you know what I'm saying? And like be very outgoing.
Yes.
But okay, let's go ahead and see if we get this video. Let's see.
Here's 3 scientifically researched steps to recover a relationship from cheating. Step 1, atone. In this phase, the hurt party is allowed to ask all questions about what happened, who, how long, are you still in love? It's helpful for the hurt to not go into explicit sexual details, as that just could re-trigger their trauma and cause damaging obsession. And most importantly, the hurt cannot be labeled as too emotional, as they're likely experiencing symptoms of PTSD that they didn't ask for, and they need to revisit the event of how it hurt them in intense language. The betrayer must listen empathetically without defensiveness or blame shifting. It's imperative that they're fully honest and transparent, as lying will just continue the trauma and prolong the healing. And if the hurt asks, they should give access to their phone, text messages, social media logins, credit card receipts. And while this may seem invasive, the hurt party needs to compile evidence that they're worthy of trust. The signs you're ready for phase 2 is the hurt party does not feel like they need to ask any more questions about what happened, and they feel like they express their needs, and of course they're allowed to continue to revisit this phase as long as they need to. Follow along for part 2. I'll link it in the comments.
So I think he brings up really good, like, you know, the aftermath of cheating, right? Like, how do we heal this to get back on the same page, right? Where I think, it's with any, like, I want to say like broken trust, because it's broken trust, right? Once you step out, it's like you got to bring it back together. So do you want to know the details? I wouldn't want to know the details. Like who, what, when.
No,
like
I
you
don't want to
said,
know the details.
I wouldn't want to know the details either. I wouldn't want to know like where you took her, you know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't want to know all that shit.
Yeah, because I'm gonna keep
I would
thinking about it
definitely,
over and over and over. Mm-mm.
yeah, I wouldn't be able to. I would be like, oh, this, like it would drive me insane. Like if that was the case and that
Right.
was moving forward, I would say, okay, to me, it would be like the before signs, like what got us to this point to where you actually made that choice to do whatever the choice was. You know what I'm saying? Like now I'm like, I'm replaying shit that happened before that so that if I ever see anything like that again, it's like automatic, like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Or do I sound, do I sound crazy right now?
No, you don't. I want to comment on Daniel's comment saying somebody had too many requirements. You know what? It's not my fault you don't meet those requirements. So step your game up, baby.
There you go. So hold on. What did he say? So be real, ladies. No women want to die alone. Oh,
Of course not. Of course not.
Goodness. That has nothing to do
Duh.
with
I really don't.
two totally
I
separate.
really don't
Duh.
care.
You're so
Bible.
smart.
Oh, goodness
You're
gracious.
so smart.
Linlin
You're so
said,
smart, Daniel.
I know, right? Linlin said, there's levels to life and a structure you must follow to be on the right path. Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
I like that.
Nyla, I went to therapy and I'm staying single and focusing on myself. That's awesome. If you know that's what you need and that's helping you get to be in a better place, that's only going to open that door to the right person.
Right. I agree.
Daniel says most weak, immature women can't handle the truth. As goes for men. I would say that's an even keel right there. Lynn says, Nyla, you're beautiful. Nyla is beautiful. Lynn says, you have to find yourself again after all that. Yep, that's true. That's true. She said, but I will if I have to. Amen. Amen to that. Yeah, no, I think it's just like repairing yourself after, and like I said, any trust that's broken, and like not how do we come together so this doesn't happen again? If that's what we're gonna do, if whatever the F happened, and we're gonna continue on this path, how do we get to a better place? How do we, you know what I'm saying? Like, because at some point, it's not just that person that stepped out. I don't want to be the person that's like, it takes two to tango. There was something that went awry that, not that it's 100% my fault. It's like 75-25. You stepped out, you did it, maybe 80-20.
Right.
But I mean, there is something that happened in the relationship. If that's your person, if that's your one and it's worth it, going through those motions. If that's not your person and it's just someone that you're in love with, or you think that's what's going on, then you have to rethink that. Like then therapy would come in and you know what I'm saying? Talking with people that have been in that situation and overcoming it, like knowing people's like what they go through. To me, I'm like, wow, like how did y'all get through it? I look at it like, how did you guys get through it? Like, where are you now? What's going, how are you dealing with this? And I don't know. I just appreciate love, because at the end of the day, if you're able to do it, that's a powerful thing. Powerful. Okay, so Lynn says, if a man cheats, it's not because something is wrong with their women, because 99% of the time they go back to their woman. But there was something missing,
right?
There was something not there that they're not saying. They're not being communicative and saying, this is what's missing, this is what's wrong. I'm about to step out and I got an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It's harder. It really
I think the man's gonna cheat whenever. Like if they want to cheat, they're gonna cheat. You can be the perfect woman. You can give them everything you want. You can have the best communication with them. You can do anything they want, physically, sexually, whatever. Treat them like the best thing. And no matter what, if pussy is thrown in their face, they're gonna do it. I guarantee you that. It doesn't matter how perfect their relationship is. Okay. I'm going to tell you this, until a man, again, from the beginning, until a man wants to change themselves, it's the fact is that they have a problem with them within themselves. It's not about the woman that
Insecure.
they're with.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
They're insecure.
That's 100.
They
That's
have to
100.
prove something to themselves. They were raised in a broken home that didn't teach them how to treat a woman.
Come on now.
I mean, it has nothing to do. I mean, in some cases, it has something to do with the person that you're with. There might be something missing. But
Yeah.
when you know what type of woman you are and what you're providing to your spouse, and and he's still cheating, that's because he has the problem.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So at that point, that's where you have to reevaluate the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And if at the end of the day, like evaluate your goals, what you have going, like not that you're putting the blinders on because you're dealing with it, but is it even worth it at the end of the day? Is this even
right? You have to make sure that it's worth it, or
Gotcha.
whatever. You can
Because if we can't grow past it, like, what's the point?
Right. Then
We're
there's no
gonna
point.
keep hurting each other.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I think more so because even if I had gotten cheated on and I never cheated, I was about to do something. I was gonna like pop tires, break windows. Like I was gonna be crazy. Like, it's just,
Right.
if it wasn't that, it was this. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't just gonna be like, okay, you cheated. Okay, I'll sit over here. Like, no, that's not me at all. So,
Right.
he picked the wrong one for that. It wasn't going on. All right. Let's go. Let's see the next video. Next video.
Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down, hey. Put it on down, put it on down.
Somebody asked me the other day, like, what hurt you more, cheating or being cheated on? And I would say being cheated on hurt more emotionally, but cheating hurt my mentality more. Being cheated on hurt my ego. It hurt my sense of self-worth. Cheating stripped me away from my integrity. Cheating broke something in my mind that I promised myself that I would never become. And when you become things that you promise yourself you'll never become, when you cross moral boundaries that you set within yourself, you literally separate who you are. You separate your mind from your heart. And that is something that is extremely difficult to heal. I think it's more difficult to heal the things that you've done than the things that have been done to you.
I would say yes. Like for me, he hit the nail on the fucking donkey's ass. Okay, because I'm just saying, like for me, I think that's why I took back that relationship at one point, was because I know I did wrong, and it fucked me up. You know what I'm saying? Well, you did it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you did it, then it's not that bad. Then we can move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like it turned the tables because had I not did it, then I'd have been like, no, like I'm good. We're good. I don't know. I think he was 100%. What do y'all think?
I didn't even see the video. Like it didn't show up for me. So.
Okay, you're all, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, so there was this guy who basically said that he thinks that cheating, like when he cheated, it broke him down morally, like you're being somebody that you're not. So that's harder to heal from than somebody cheating on you, because the cheating on you hurts your ego. You changing into a person that you don't want to be is more hurtful than that. So that's why I said I agreed with that.
That's deep. It's true though.
Right. That's why I was like, I wish I would have saw the dick on video. Sorry about that. I apologize. But yeah, no, it was like, that's why I was like, wow, he like hit it right on, you know what I'm saying? Like because you're changing yourself because of the hurt that was caused. And that does more damage than the actual hurt, because you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me. What about you, Vivi? Did you see the video or no?
No, I saw it.
Okay, what do you think?
I saw it, but now I'm a little tipsy. So can you repeat the question?
That's okay. Do you agree? Do you agree with him? Do you agree that what he said, like it was more hurtful for you to change who you are because of the situation versus what actually
Oh
happened?
yeah. Yeah, I think most definitely that is the most painful thing because
Yeah.
especially if you really know the type of person that you are. So
Yeah.
there's I mean, you know me personally, I just don't deal with bullshit. So
Yeah.
when you have to not have to, but when you choose to deal with that,
Mhm.
it does hurt more because like you're changing your standards. You're starting to lose that person that you know that you are. Then you
Right.
start questioning things like, did I do the right thing? Why did I do this? Is this a good example?
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it is more painful, I feel like, to have
Well, I think
to, I
it brings
guess,
that, it's like you start
change
questioning
that.
yourself and what you're doing, like, and especially like in your situation because you have kids, what type of example am I being? Am I leading them down the
Right.
path for the same thing to happen? Or am I teaching them,
Yeah.
okay, this can happen, people can make mistakes, they can become better people. But in the same token, where are those boundaries? You know what I'm saying? Like they have to know boundaries because you don't want it to happen to them. You don't want them to get themselves in that situation. Well, my mom was letting it go on, so it must not be that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, and them doing it without even thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
so I
Yeah.
definitely like there's certain things I've done where I was like, oh my God, I ruined my fucking kids. That's it. They're done. And I'm
Exactly.
like,
And at
but
the end of the day, a lot of women do this because they think it's the best thing for their family.
right.
But then later, then your kids might turn around and say, why did you do that? Why did you put up with it?
Why'd you
I just dealt with that personally. And God, I don't even know if I don't want to even dive too deep into this because this is a whole different
Yeah.
situation. But I recently had this question.
Mhm.
So my husband was previously married to me, has kids before me.
Right.
We went to see his kids in a different state. Um, we tried to have a good relationship with his ex-wife, and that
Right.
was kind of brought up where my stepdaughter asked in front of her mom and in front of me, why did you deal with it? And she felt that she had to because she didn't have the skills to work. My husband always took care of their household. And it's like, well, learn the skills, get up and work.
Right.
So there's women that think that they don't have that choice to walk away.
Like they don't have the option. They don't have the choice. It's just this
That
is what
option.
they're
Yeah,
dealt with,
exactly.
and that's what they're going to work with. That's kind of sad.
Yes.
It's kind of sad when you think
It
about
is.
it that they don't have a strong support system to be like, girl, you don't have to deal with this. You don't have to put up with this. You can move on and be successful, be in another relationship, be by yourself. You don't even have to you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be happy with yourself first before you can move on.
Exactly. I mean, I think she knows that now. Back then.
Do you think that when someone accuses you constantly of cheating, that they're cheating?
I sure do.
Do you really?
That's some straight bullshit. Because I have a guy that's been my best friend since 9th grade and always used to hang out with them from time to time and hear what they're talking about. So a lot of times men do that because they're cheating and they're trying to distract you from the fact that they cheating.
Okay. So it's kind of like a guilty conscience.
Definitely.
I always wondered that. I always wondered if someone was constantly not well, I wouldn't say constant. Constant might be like a bit much. But like if someone brought up, "Oh, let me see your phone. What is this?" Like, well, what is, like cuz and I don't know if like what do you think is like insecure or what do you think is cheating? Cuz I know I've brought shit up and I wasn't cheating. And that's what the was like, well, you must be cheating because you're bringing this up. And I'm like, no, I'm bringing this up because I think you're fucking cheating. You know what I mean? Like, where do you draw the line on that?
It's called reverse psychology.
It's called
And
reverse
I ain't the
psychology.
one or the two. Okay. Period.
Period. I'm just wondering, like,
Mhm.
that's why I was like, is the person just insecure, or like, could they just be insecure in that one-off situation?
They are insecure. Okay.
I was one of them. Because I'm like, well, what's going on? Let me see your phone. I want to see your phone. What's this? I don't know. Now I'm like, I don't care. Fucking, I don't need to see your shit. I'm good. I trust you now. We're good.
Right.
Like I don't, and I know, like, I'm a person, I read like super into things. Like, hi, how are you? And I'm like, you want to marry this person? That's what I'm seeing. And it's like, but I'm
Right.
working on that very, very,
I don't think, let me say something about that.
Okay.
I don't think that's a bad thing that you think like that, because you are also thinking about, well, what can it go and lead into next?
Okay.
So
Yes.
you're not overthinking. You're just like, where this can go, and let's shut that shit down.
So, one thing that was super crazy is that I always thought like he could have a double life. I don't know how or why, because he never like had said that. But in my mind, I'm like, you have a whole other family. It's like, and not that I ever seen it done.
Mm-hmm.
But I just thought, I don't know where like that came, like, it was like momentarily. It wasn't, but I'm like, you could totally do this. You could totally have another family. But I come back to reality, and I'm like, I'm a whole of, I'm very hard to deal with.
Girl,
Like,
what was you drinking when you thought that?
Girl, Red Bull and vodka. No, I'm just kidding. I don't drink Red Bull and vodka very much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
That and okay, so one night we went out and I had Moet. It was I think we had Moet. I went out with Vivi. Vivi's a girl. We all got to go because Vivi is a time. Let me tell you, she is amazing.
She's
like
a whole vibe. I can tell.
She is awesome, right? So we were drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking, and by the time I'm like ready to kill everybody, I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I don't drink Red Bull and vodka anymore.
Oh, it was for my birthday. Yeah.
We had like, it was a good time up until I turned into a crazy person.
Hold on one sec. Oh, can you go back to Daniel's comment? Dang, I wish my daughter was on here. I'm so mad.
I forgot about all that.
Okay, that's why men have a better chance in dating a younger woman, 21 to 26. I wish my daughter was on here. My daughter is 24 true. And she is not with the bullshit. You have got to have all your ducks in a row, your money in a row. She like,
yeah, I was like, I don't think I don't think that.
That is not true. Oh, these 20-year-olds are savages. It's like, they like, nigga, where your bag at? Where your bag at? I don't care what you talking about. And they don't care if you cheat as long as you paying their bills and buying their wigs and buying them Prada, Gucci, Louis. Okay, that ain't it's not what you think.
So
it has changed.
So you think younger women will put the blinders on to men buying, like, taking care of them and buying them the shit that they want?
Yeah, I've seen it. Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because I think they've seen so many women being cheated on and played on, their moms, their aunties and all that. I mean, just from, I wish my daughter was on here, but just from conversations and stuff like that, that they're just like, well, you know what? As long as I'm living comfortable, do what you do.
Interesting. Well, Daniel says you're wrong. And it says maybe your daughter, but most 21 to 25 are good to go. What do you mean by good to go?
Are good to go.
Not question you because they don't have experience? Like, I want to know. I need to know what you're talking about, Daniel.
Yeah, what were you drinking, Daniel?
I don't. Nyla said, yes, they are. Yep, because they fucking too. Oh, Jesus.
Mm-hmm. That part.
Oh, yeah, it says young women want to have sex with me. I can see it in their eyes.
Oh, my gosh. Shut up.
Okay.
I can see it in their eyes. Oh, yeah. That's your name? Oh, yeah. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is that your pickup line? Oh, yeah. Oh, my name is
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he could see that.
A man brings the experience, not the woman. What type of experience are you bringing?
A man brings the experience. Baby, I'm going to need you to type complete sentences, please, because I don't know
I
what the hell
like,
you
what
talking
type
about.
of experience? You're not bringing a very good experience right now, Daniel.
Yeah.
And that's probably what he's like. These 21 to 25-year-olds don't question me on shit. That's probably
Of course they
what
don't. They don't question you because you don't even talk in complete sentences.
There's nothing to question. There's not a sentence to question.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, I super appreciate y'all once again for tapping in with me. Thank you, Biz Entertainment Network, for hosting Ladies Night. I'm Jazzy Jazz. I still want to keep the conversation going. I'm having a really good time. I just thank you guys for taking the time, and I know it's been a long week for everybody. I know for everybody on here, we've had a really long week, been really busy. Daniel says no need to question me.
Whatever. Good night, Daniel.
Yay. Oh, goodness gracious. But we are going to open up the after hours for just a little bit, so that we're going to go ahead and provide a link so that you guys can tap in. So I think we could do that. Can we do that now? I want to go ahead and provide the link because
Hold on 1 second. I want to do, instead of promoting my business, I want to shout out to Reese for slaying my hair. I want to shout out to Jada's Boutique for my amazing top, my wraparound top. I love it.
Love it.
And I want to shout out Priscilla for slaying my face today. So I just want to support and shout them out.
Yeah. Vivi, your hair, I just love your hair today. I like your hair curly, but your hair looks awesome today.
Oh, it's pretty, yeah.
You look amazing. And I know Vivi has a social media marketing business. If y'all look her up on IG, she's very talented in what she does. Go ahead and check her out. Like I said at the earlier part of the video, if y'all want to check me out, I am a self-taught makeup artist, and I also am a stylist for a women's clothing apparel brand. You can go ahead and check me out at Jasmine Johnson MUA, IG and Facebook. Let's see. Oh yeah, those young girls are savages. They look you in the eyes and make you.
Oh my God.
Really?
Whatever. Hungry, sexy young women.
Thank you
away
for
from me.
I know. Hungry. Hold on. I just hold on. I'm sorry. Hungry, sexy women. Like, is that how you really explain?
They shot away from him. They probably ran away from you, Daniel.
Oh wait, Daniel said.
Right. Oh, yeah. And when he sees it in their eyes, it's probably like crazy eyes. They're probably like
you know what it is? You know what it is? They had gas and you thought they wanted you.
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
You just thought that's what it was. They was just trying to hold it in, boo. Sorry to break it to you.
That's too funny.
No, but I do. So we are going to open up the after hours just for a few minutes, just so that we can let some of our guests in, give their thoughts on some of the questions that we went over tonight. I believe we have one more video, and that's it. And then there's no more videos.
Put it on down, 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 put it on down.
This man in this comment is hilarious. I just want to put that out there. Did you guys see what he just said? He said, I have I have 3 beautiful ladies and $600K a month, and you ladies are not on my level. But we're on your level enough to have a conversation because you're spending time.
Then you wouldn't be on here if that was the case.
Hello.
Thank you, Daniel. Just keep them coming. Keep them coming. It's the
you
truth.
Be on the island somewhere.
Nothing but the truth. I love it. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. That Daniel said I make 600K. That's the link if you would like to step in and have a conversation and go over the stuff that we talked about tonight. Thank you.
I mean, who talks about how much they make the way people are getting robbed nowadays? Like, why would you say that? That's stupid as
exactly.
Look.
That's what I'm
For
saying.
someone-
Why is he spending
For
time
someone
on
to
here
have to
instead of
say
with his
that, I like he may very well make 600K, but for him to have to say that, it's like he needs reassurance on that he makes this money and has these women. So if that's what you need, okay,
right?
cool. We're not on your level. That's okay, but you're still, you're interacting with us, so we're on some sort of level. Just saying. Daniel tells tall tales. Nyla says Daniel tells tall tales. Oh my gosh,
Daniel's a trip.
No telling. But thank you so much for stopping it. I just can't. I'm like, some people are just insane. Hey, Boo, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm fabulous. Just looking at these tall tales over here.
Yeah, that's funny.
So I know you have brought up in the comments that you have been cheated on, so you cheated. Do you think that was harder to heal from?
With that person, no.
No. With other people or with another person?
With my kid's dad, yeah, that's the one I cried. That one, it definitely hurt me, but I got over it.
So how would you, because I know I asked the ladies earlier, how would you deal with one of your friends or like family members that you're close to, like them cheating? Like, would you try to talk them out of it? Would you stay out of it? Like, how would you deal with that?
I stay out of it. That's their business.
See,
I would expect them to stay out of my business.
Why? I need to know
I
why.
mean, yeah, if everything was cool in their relationship, so they put on or put out, then I mean, I'd be like, well, why? But honestly, with where I am in my life, I couldn't care less. Like,
Gotcha.
do you just don't let them be a crazy motherfucker? Then I gotta come and help protect you. Like, that's
right.
it.
I hear you. So, what have you ever, like, not that you were cheating like in retaliation, but have you ever been the cheater in a relationship? No.
I won't be in a relationship. Like,
you would end it. You'd be like, I'm good.
Yep, and I would expect them to do the same thing. Like, I've told them that, if you're gonna cheat, just don't be with me, or let me know what's up. Yeah, just keep it 100, because so I can make that decision for myself whether I want to stay or not.
Absolutely.
Let it be up to me. Like, that's why I agree with what you said earlier, because that's how I feel.
Right. So, what do you consider cheating? That's the $1 million question. What do you consider cheating?
All right, so definitely there are emotional attachments to people.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard because, like, listening to, like, I already had my mind made up, but then listening to y'all, I kind of was like, damn. Because, I mean, I formed those emotional attachments, and then, then I'll figure out whether or not we're going to go that route. But, yeah, I don't know now.
You don't know? Did I sway you? No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, like, I'm kind of like in between now. Like, it's talking stage, because everyone has a talking stage. So if you're doing that, then it's gonna lead up to, then there you go, you're cheating, because you already made it up in your mind that you're gonna pursue this person. So therefore, you're gonna cheat.
It's all that intention. It's like you're intentionally making your way. You know what I'm saying? Like you're making a path. You know what I mean? I don't know. Yeah.
Your intentions mean everything.
Look, your intentions gonna get you caught the fuck up. So knock it off.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, good. I thank you so much for stopping in and talking with us. Why, hello.
Definitely.
Sir. How are you doing this wonderful night? Mr. Biz himself.
What's up, Biz?
Oh, I'm fabulous.
I can tell, man. It's a great show, man.
Thank you.
You guys doing your things.
I had fun.
It was
You know me. A lot of capping
Lots
on the
of
show,
fun.
but it's all right. You know what I mean?
Wah,
I'm on
wah,
my couch
wah.
like, oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way they believe this stuff.
As I see in the comments, these women don't know what the hell they're talking about. Look, I'm just
Well,
sharing.
I mean, I saw the whole debacle with Daniel, right? And I get that cool. I get that whole little thing, right? And you're cool. He's coming from a high value man perspective. I get it, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of look at that as like, he's over here chilling with, women who he's feel that's not on this level, and he's still talking shit. But whatever, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
But I understood the message that he was trying to bring. Right, I understood what he was saying from a man's perspective.
So what
But
exactly
from a
do you
woman's
understand?
perspective, it looks bad. It just looks fucking terrible. Oh my gosh, there's no fucking way. Right? No fucking way. How could he say that? Right? And it's crazy.
Oh my
What I mean? Like,
god.
it's crazy because most men, like, that's how like most men think though. Like sometimes they'll say that, like, some men are able to say things that other men aren't willing to say because they don't want the backlash from women, right? They don't want the backlash from their girl. They don't want to have to hear the shit all day and it just sound like a nagging ass fucking party, right?
Yeah.
And
sure.
so that's why men don't confront women the way they do. Do you understand that most men are scared to talk to women
Yes, I actually
because of
do.
rejection?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I think it's easier for women to cheat if they chose to, because it is harder for men to talk to women.
That should tell you. So who's cheating on who? You know what I mean? So it's
Men
like,
are cheating on women.
I'm just saying it takes two to, hey,
easier.
I can't fuck. Hey, look, I can't fuck if you won't let me. You know what I mean? So I
Just
mean,
because it's easier.
hey,
doesn't
it's
mean-
not. Hey, all I'm saying is a man can't fuck if you won't let him. So okay, so that means it's women let these niggas fuck. So it's the
I'll see you guys
sisterhood.
later.
Y'all got to question. Y'all got to question the sisterhood. You ain't got to question the brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes we did like touch on that briefly, was that she might not know. The other woman may not know the situation because of whatever the man has provided, and vice versa.
Because y'all be lying.
A man may not
I
know
want
what's
to
going
tell you.
on.
I want to tell you that that's bullshit.
Why?
Most women know the nigga they fucking with got another female because the time, the certain shit. You know what I mean? Just certain way a nigga move, you know the nigga got another female, right? Y'all know.
Yeah.
Y'all pick up on shit. Y'all look. You know why women are the best private investigators?
Why? Tell
Women
me.
are the
Why?
most sought after private investigators because they're so detailed. They're so detailed with
I know,
every
at 9:42.
You know what I mean?
Walking through your door.
You know what I mean? So like that's what I'm saying. Like women know when a nigga is like, okay, he must got somebody else, but bitch, I ain't. Fuck it, I ain't trying to. You know what I mean? That's it. That's his thing. I just seen when he come over type shit. Right? So y'all know the nigga fucking somebody.
No, I don't necessarily. I think a woman wants to believe whatever the man is telling them.
A woman wants to believe what's in her fucking head. A woman, a immature woman. A mature woman is gonna be like, "What's your goals? What are you looking at in the next 5 years? What is your take on life? What are your views on things? And do we align with the same things, right? And it's more so, do you align with him, right? Because you want him to be the quote unquote leader, right? So do you align with him? Are you guys in the same network? You know what I mean? Like, are we into the same shit, right? I think what's your name again?
Sabrina?
At the top.
Sabrina.
Sabrina. She was like, he has to have this, he has to have that, he has to.
Right.
That sound like someone in her network. That don't sound like a dude that's just a random, like she go just go out on a date and meet that dude. That sounds like somebody that's in her network. You know what I mean? So if she met someone that was in her network that understands what she does and that's okay with the things that she, you know what I mean? Like a man in that network would be okay with the things because he's in that world. Like I'm an entertainer. So if I have an entertaining female, I'm okay with, because I understand this is the entertainment world. Most men won't be, right? I like if my wife was an actress, I'll be okay with things as an actress. Why? Because I understand that this is entertainment. But it's not likely the other way around. Some other women, they see their man in a fucking movie kissing some other chick and they fake fucking, it's all hell broke loose. Like she got some little resentment behind that. You know what I mean? Like you ain't gonna just come home and everything gonna just be all cool and dandy.
Right.
Like I saw that scene and you was too much in that scene. Like you was enjoying the fuck out
Look,
yourself.
I wish I had like a telescope. It would be like hold on. A magnifying glass. I seen the way your brow was when you kissed her.
Oh my God.
I'm serious, you know, like that's like it gets that deep. And men think of it that deep. But sometimes women get infatuated with our looks, our body, you know what I mean? The whole thing that infatuates you with a man, like his 6-pack, he's 6 foot, he got a fucking mandingo dick, you know what I mean? Like the motherfucker just everything to you, right?
I think it's situational. It's very, very situational. Now we're talking about the run-of-the-mill relationship that doesn't have any like attachments. It's very different than a married couple that has 3 kids, 4 kids, and they're going through this situation because of a choice that was made, an intention that was followed through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's different. I don't know. Or
you know what?
It might not.
I tell you straight up. I honestly want to be the guy to pander to women. I do. I think if I pander to women, I'll be a rich man like in a week. I'll be fucking a billionaire in a week.
Oh my God.
I'm serious. If I pander to women, like, you know what? Men are wrong and all men are fucked up. They should understand you,
like, oh my God, he knows what he's talking about.
You know what I mean? You know what that motherfucker named Derek Jackson or some shit?
I don't know.
What's his name? Derek Jackson? Or he was like some fucking, he used to be an ex-ball player. Then like he ended up fucking, you know, he ended up fucking putting out these little pander ass videos to black women. And all of a sudden he came out and cheated on his wife with like 2 other bitches or some shit.
I'm all good.
But he had like all these black women, millions of black women, like women too, just all nationalities. But they were his black women, his core followers, and they was pumping it. I mean, he had millions, 5 million, 10 million views.
And then he turned around and was he cheating with white women?
No, black women. But I mean, the fact that he cheated was the whole thing, and he's telling females, you don't deserve a nigga who cheat.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Didn't
like,
know if he put extra on it. I didn't know if it was like a bam bam.
But that's what I'm saying. Most women are willing to listen to that shit and get bamboozled at the end of the day and be like, he still cheated on me. What the fuck are you was listening to? A cheater? This nigga's a cheater. Every dude saw Derek Jackson or Derek, whatever his fuck his name is. Every dude that saw him, every dude that's he was a relationship coach. Yeah, Derek something. I don't know what this fuck name is, right? But if you look at like everything that he said to women was the total opposite of what he did. Right?
That's
and it was the most fucked up shit. Because he had millions of women thinking that they were going to find their husbands that way.
Damn. When he's doing dirt all along. That's a dirty dog right there.
Damn.
Right. We want to look. Hold on. We want to look at the dirty dog, but we don't want to look at all the fucking females that was following this nigga. Right? And they was, look, bitches was like shooting Kevin Samuels down. I mean, he better not come up in the conversation. They go kill him. They go ridicule Kevin Samuels, right? But Derek, whoever the fuck his name is, telling every woman this shit and showing him a total different opposite outcome. That's what I'm saying. Like, at least,
what do you want to hear? Do you want to hear that a man is a fucking asshole and a dog and all this other shit? Or do you want to hear like there's a possibility that you could have a happy ending?
No, it's realistic. Being realistic as fuck. Being realistic as fuck.
But right? I'm saying there's a lot of women that don't want to hear that a fucking man is a dog. They want to hear that there's hope, that there's a man out there that is going to love them and treat them right. I mean, there is a lot of hopeless romantics out there, not realists. There's a lot on both sides, on men and women. But you don't want to hear the negative. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear the truth.
No, they want to hear the negative. They just don't want to hear the negative that shows accountability. That's the only negative they don't want to hear. Where I got to fucking look at myself. Oh, bitch, fuck you. I don't want that shit, bitch. I don't fuck that, right? You know what I mean? They don't want to deal with that issue. right? Because it
Right.
calls some
Like they
type
don't
of
want to look in the
accountability.
mirror.
Just like men, women could tell a nigga, y'all could tell a nigga, you ain't shit, your pockets ain't
Mhm.
shit, your dick ain't shit, your mama wasn't shit birthing your ass, right?
Damn, this is a no
Like,
shit ass nigga. Hold
I
up.
know, right? Right?
Well, that
But,
Your dick
but
ain't
a
shit, your
nigga,
mama ain't shit, your
you know what
pockets
I
ain't
mean?
shit.
Right?
no shit.
But
Damn.
but a nigga can't say that to a female.
Mm.
He
Mm.
can't. If he did, he
Yeah.
would be ridiculed. You better not say nothing about her looks. You better not say nothing about her hitting the gym. You better not say her about her at home. You better not say nothing about
Mhm.
her fixing food. You better not say nothing about her cooking and cleaning
Look,
and
your shit will
buzzing.
be packed. Look, your shit will be packed by the door.
You get what I mean? Like, this
Man.
is a fucked up world, but equal equality is a motherfucker. So me, I deal with this. I deal like this. Okay, cool. Women was out here fighting for equal equality, equal pay, and all this other shit, right? And we want to talk about the cheating shit, right? We want to talk about cheating, right? But
Yes.
women want equality, right? Equality, equal pay, equal all of that, right? Even though women, they don't
Not
do the
equal
jobs.
cheating. I'm just
They
kidding.
don't do the jobs men do, right? Women don't do the job men do. So we can't say like, oh, women could do every job a man can do. It's just certain body strength, right? I'm just showing you I'm just trying to place a
Right. No, I
different
hear you.
scale here, Libra scale, right? Now, equal equality, but we talk about cheating, and we're talking about a guy who literally preached to millions of women, and another guy who preached to millions of women, and they both had two opposite spectrums of
Mhm.
results, right?
Yeah.
One guy held women accountable on their behavior, not on who they were, because a lot of those women that came into Kevin Samuels were good women, and it was them that turned the conversation, right?
Mhm.
He just wasn't a man that would put up for it. Most women don't want a nigga that they can walk over, right?
That's true.
Right. So if you
Right.
get a nigga,
You want a leader.
you get a nigga you walk over, you cheating on him. I'm just saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So he ain't doing shit. You was the best thing that ever came to his life. He ain't had a woman in the past. You know how hard it is for a man to get a woman? What? We gotta jump arm and
So,
legs and
You
fucking
want
go
to know
get a
what?
six
You want
pack.
to know? You want to know what $1 million question is? It's
Yes,
so
ma'am.
hard to get a woman, but it's so easy to find a hoe.
No, it's hard to get up, man. See y'all don't understand how hard it is for men. Like men don't. There was a lady. I'm gonna tell you about a story. There was a lady
Tell me
who
a
had
story.
male features. I know this is weird to say, but she had male features,
Okay.
right? She was taking these hormones. She was trying to become a man, pretty much, but she was
Okay.
taking these hormones that changed her voice.
Mhm.
Anyway, they did an experiment. She did an experiment, right? And she dressed up as a full man. A full man. I mean, like you couldn't even tell a fucking difference. Now, before she looked like a lady,
Okay.
but this time she dressed up as a full dude. And she went out in the streets of San Francisco and LA. She went
Okay.
out trying to meet women, trying to talk to women, just trying to get a man perspective, right,
Mhm.
of how it is meeting women. And she did that experiment for 2 weeks. And 2 days later, after that 2 weeks, 2 days later, she committed suicide.
What the hell?
Yep. She left a note saying, I'm telling you, you guys go research this. She left a
Okay.
note saying that it's so hard. She said, I didn't understand how hard it was for men in this country. Women sidebar men so much that they only pick the guy that's most sought after.
Hmm.
Right? So if you go in the
That's true.
coffee shop, if you go in the coffee shop and you see that there's 20 dudes in there, right? There's 20
Mhm.
guys in the coffee shop, but there's only maybe 2, 3 of your liking that you like, okay, I'll give him a chance. Right? But not knowing those 2 dudes is slaying bitches. Like they got over the other 18 guys that's in the spot.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so that's something that like I was kind of like looking at like, damn, men do have it hard. I never had I never saw it that way because I never had that. But men have it hard. They really do. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel
I
like
just really
you're
think this
playing a
whole
violin
cheating.
right now, but that's
Wait,
just
no. I just really think this whole cheating thing, right? This whole cheating aspect of things is like
Mhm.
we're not looking at that the man. I always say the man can't fuck if the woman don't let him, right? And then if he forces himself on there, he should be fucking on death penalty. He should be on the death row. That nigga should die, right? And I stand strong on that because now
Right.
you mutilated her, you use her as a victim. You know what I mean? Like that's some other shit, right?
It's a totally
Mhm.
different, yeah.
Yeah, total different thing. That's just foul. But what I'm saying is, most men who cheat can't cheat if the woman don't let them fuck.
hmm
So if and
Mm.
then
But,
I'm
but
saying
did you
that
hear what
most
did you
men
hear what we said? That cheating isn't necessarily physical either. You heard that part, right?
don't do that. Don't do
I'm
that.
just saying. I'm
'Cause
just
if you
saying.
do that, then everybody fucking cheats.
That's not true.
You mean to tell me you ain't never seen your favorite actor on TV and was like, bitch? Yeah, take another sip. Take another sip. You hear that gulp?
No, what I meant was, you know what I meant. I don't gotta explain my shit to you. I'm just saying that yes, what you're saying is true. However, the intention to cheat, you're cheating anyway. You're paving your way. You're already cheating. That's
You're
just
right.
sealing the deal.
And I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh, I ain't never thought about, you know what I mean, putting my dick in some nice thick ass cheeks." You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like every dude, fucking, like I'm a guy.
But
You know what I mean?
no. Thinking about
But
it,
but
okay.
that's an act of cheating.
But
If you put it in your way, it's an act of cheating.
Thinking about it, you're like, okay, whatever. But did you act? Did you plan? Did you
No, because
make
that bitch
yourself in
probably
that
had
situation
HIV.
with that person? That's what I'm
Nah.
talking about.
See me, I'm gonna tell you like this, sis. I'm a little scared with that shit because, you know what I mean. These bitches out here be fucking everything. So
That's scary.
you gotta, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Nigga don't want to like do some crazy shit and his dick fall off or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I need mines. Like, I need mines forever. You know what I mean?
Some people just weren't like, I don't know. I don't know if it was years ago. I don't know if people are more aware of like what's really out there because people are fucking more. I don't know. Like, I never heard like in my generation, like I heard people catching like STDs. I didn't hear of anybody catching AIDS, but now it's more people catch that, people have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's more
I'm
talked
scared.
about now than it was when I was younger. No one ever said anything like that. It was always like an STD. You know what I'm saying? It was always like, oh, I got that fixed. I'm cool. I'm good.
Hey, I caught. I'm gonna tell y'all an embarrassing ass story. I was lifting some shit one day, lifting the fucking refrigerator, and I caught a hernia. That shit hurt. That was the close of anything that Hey man, I ain't nothing else. I ain't fucking with nothing else. Fuck it. Hey man, like anything around below my waist, I don't, man, look, I like my shit clean, nice, calm, collective. You know what I mean?
Biz,
Go ahead.
this person, said this is a serious topic, brought funny as if it's a joke. We are fucking serious here.
Yes, you fucking right. Oh yeah. And thank you for coming into the fucking podcast, the ladies' night, bro.
Thank you for tuning into Ladies' Night. We appreciate you.
Hell yeah, we appreciate you tuning in. And yes, you got to make light of things. You know what I mean? I feel like some people take things too serious. And like, you know, I mean, y'all mentioned it early with the younger ladies and females, like how the younger ladies is like, don't give a fuck anymore. They let a nigga cheat on them, man. And it's not even a form of cheating. It's not cheating if you know about it. So it's not even cheating. You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
if you're allowing it to happen, if you're like okay with it, then it's really not, because you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't agree with it at all.
You know what? I stand with you. But you know what it is? It's options. That's what it is. It's options. If you were a dude who have options, then you're going to have that problem. And most women pick men that have options. Don't you go?
That's interesting.
Pick the fucking plumber, nigga. He ain't got no bitches coming at him. He likes you. He wants to wife you up. He wants to take care of you. Hey, I'm just making light.
I'm sure he wants to clean them pipes. Okay.
I'm just saying, wash it. You know?
Oh my
I mean,
God.
and like I don't mean to like try to make light of it. I'm not trying to make light of
Right.
these people
I
who
know.
got these average jobs, but compared to the most jobs women, okay, I'll tell you like this: most niggas that got babies is drug dealers, niggas that own fucking companies, niggas that
Hold on.
run, other fortune.
Hold on, you made a good point. So does someone's money that excuses them cheating? I don't think that does. I think that's it's like your moral compass. Just because you have money doesn't give you a fucking way to be like, oh, I can cheat now. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It's all on the person. Like I was with you guys. Like I'm with you guys. Like it's all on the person, honestly. But I think women lose the game. Like women that get cheated on. I see it coming all day. I'm like, yeah, he gonna cheat on her ass. Like I can see it coming. And a lot of times I could tell, because a lot of times it don't even. I'm like most of the dudes that cheat were dudes who were faithful to the woman.
Okay. So why do you think that is? Like from a man's perspective, because we said there may be something missing, or not even that. It's just that fucking shit was thrown in front of him and he fucking did what he had to do because the shit was right there.
See, this is not the gas mask show. It is the gas mask show. I'll go in. I'll be like, it's the ladies' night, so you know what I mean. I gotta be nice. You know what I mean. So
well, ladies want to know. Ladies want to know, like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like, some women know what it is. Some women know that there's something lacking in your relationship.
I mean, it's just that their dick wants something different. They're tired of the same old shit all the time. It's not even that bullshit. You're not doing what you're supposed to do.
I call bullshit. A man will fuck the same pussy for the rest of his life. See, it's not the fact that like a beautiful face will win all day. Is what I like to say, right? So that means like because you're gorgeous and you're not like an ugly woman. Like he didn't get with no woman that was like, you know what I mean? But fuck, what the fuck? You know what I mean? He got with I wouldn't even say average, because there's a lot of average women out there that look beautiful, right? Yeah, when I say average, I mean like the working class type of shit, right? That's what I mean by the average, right? So a woman can be a model, you know what I mean, and be an average woman. So I'm not like looking at I'm looking at a class of life, right? When I say average, right, or exceptional, or below average, right?
But beautiful women get cheated on. Like beautiful women get cheated on. I think it's just it's
fuck yeah. You see fucking Elon Musk, motherfucker cheat on his girl, and she divorced his ass and all that whole shit, right? The motherfucker got 10 kids. You know what I mean?
Jesus, he does?
Yes.
I don't know much about him. Well, I mean, I know who he is, but I didn't know his personal.
You know what I mean? I say you are doing great, Gas Mask TV on point with, you know what I mean? I don't know the song. You're doing great. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man. Have a great one.
You.
You know, so he said, why you leaving?
I know, right?
That's why I get it. Walk kids, because I'm about to hop.
But what does Walt mean by women are unstable creatures? What does that have to do with cheating?
He said women are bitches. You ain't never heard that from Friday when he said women are. I ain't gonna call you a bitch, but you're an unstable creature.
And Sabrina said
my point. Oh, go ahead.
Sabrina had to check out. She loves y'all and thanks everybody for having her on the show.
No, tell her we said we thank her. We love her for being here. She was an awesome guest host. So check this out. On why men would cheat, I would say a lot of time it's due to the woman, but the woman would say, no, it's the man, because I did everything I was supposed to do. Right. You did everything that you think you were supposed to do.
Okay.
Right. Like,
but that could go vice versa, right?
A man knows when he not putting in the work. A man knows when he's not putting in the work.
Like, bro, you can hear me?
Because your actions will show it. Check this out. Your actions will show it. Your tone will show it. You know what I mean? How you come across to me will show it. You know what I mean? How you react to me will show all of those things. You
Huh.
know what I mean? Because women change. They change like their feelings.
Vivi, do you think that men know?
Um, yeah, I would say so. I would say so. In a sense. But
Like they
again,
know
we
something's
go
wrong.
back
They just don't
to,
know
I mean,
exactly.
if I don't know. I mean,
I'm gonna filter out some bullshit.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I said, you could have the most perfect
Hell no.
situation, and it's
Right.
like if something's thrown in front of them, they're gonna do it.
Hmm.
I don't know how many ladies are actually watching this show,
Uh-huh.
but I want to know how many of you have actually been cheated on, and when you find out you've been cheated on, how many times is this bitch uglier than you? It's never better than you, it's uglier than you.
Yeah, I
There's
don't
a
know. I
fucking
never
problem
understood
there.
that. I never understood
I'll
why
tell
men
you why.
sit down.
I'm gonna tell you why. It ain't even it ain't even. That's what I was talking about. You could be a beautiful face. That's what I was trying to say earlier. You could be a
Okay.
beautiful face, right? It has to do with you. A lot of times the female don't make the man feel like. Sometimes women don't know what a man want, right? They don't know what he needs. They don't know what it takes to like encourage a man or keep a man encouraged, or like make that man feel like a man, right? Because they probably never seen what it's like to treat, or you know what I mean, how to show a man, you know what I mean, what it is from a woman. You get what I mean? Like
So
certain like look. What I'm saying is not you for say or the women on the cast, but I'm gonna just say
right.
just you. I just want to say you, period.
Okay.
So the woman, you would not know how to treat me if you've never been raised by someone that was like can show you how this is how you treat men,
Mm-hmm.
right? This is how you respect men.
Okay.
This is how you
Oh yeah,
show your
I agree with
gratitude to
that.
men, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And so when a woman it's being infatuated with me, that's the beginning, right? That's like how we just like, oh, you know, that maybe lasts for about 1 or 2 years, and then we start kind of having this little weird debacle or argument, little thing, stuff that we don't like, blah blah blah. Say it's always
Mm-hmm.
around that 1 to 2 years, people start having these little arguments and shit, right? You know what I mean? Because they spend a lot of time with each other, they're developing a
Right.
lot of time with each other, and all that type of good shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you tend to lose.
All right, gang, can you hear me now?
Like, yeah, we can hear you. No, we can hear you
Yeah,
before.
we could hear you before.
You got, but you tend to lose. You tend to lose. Literally, you tend to lose the what is like what it is to take care of him, because now he's focused on taking care of you, and you're focused on taking care of the household and everything that's in it. Like
Right.
you now, it's just like, oh, he's just gonna be there. Period. Now,
Mm.
you get what I mean? So
That's
niggas start feeling left out, just like a woman. But a
Mhm.
nigga feel that shit quick. We feel that shit quick. Cause that's how we got with that. That's what we thrive on. You're like you are like, come on, man. The tensions is so real. And
Mhm.
and as soon as you stop that or you change something, it was like this. Like I saw my wife, like she would go to the gym, right?
Mhm.
And then she would go to the gym at a certain time. So I learned a little rotation, right? No check. I learned the rotation, right? And then all of a sudden, she changed her rotation, right? But she didn't think I knew.
Uh-huh.
But a
She didn't
man,
think you noticed.
she didn't think I know. I knew
Right.
that. Right. I noticed that a rotation has changed, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, cool. I know you're not going today, so you know, what I mean, you may have to, you know, what I mean, leave a little early. She was like, how you know? I'm like, because I've been watching you do this shit for the past 3 days.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I just started it. No, to you it's just started. 24 hours is me just started. Right?
Mm.
To you, 3 days it just started. To me, 20 hours just started. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
time for me or for men, it's not time for like we don't look at time and things the same way. So sometimes women, my whole point is sometimes women don't understand like why men go with the other woman or why, you know,
Mhm.
like Vivi said, she ugly as fuck. And a lot of time is that should let you know
Ugly
there.
as fuck.
That should let you know there that it has to do with feelings. She must
So
make him feel a certain
I
way.
think that has a lot to do with insecurity.
Mm.
I don't think that has shit to do with
You
insecurity.
can't get a better bitch than the bitch you're with because you're insecure. That's where
No,
that's what I think.
because
What
if
do you
you
think,
no,
Jazz?
it's not even a better bitch. It's not even a better bitch. Because if he got a better bitch, and that would make you feel even more horrible. It was just that the fact that this female came around was able to fill that void, right? So
Hmm.
whether we like it or not, whether he got with a bad bitch or not, it's all on feelings, right?
Mm.
So most
But I
dudes,
thought men didn't cheat
I'm
on
not
feelings, supposedly.
I'm not. I just told you. I just told you the way you make him right. The way you make him feel. A lot of times, women don't understand. Like if he's not just like you, If you ain't getting what you need per se,
Uh-huh.
then it kind of makes you start feeling a little some way, right? It start making you feel
Whatever.
awkward. You know
Right.
what I mean? You start feeling sour. You start like, yo, questioning shit. Why
Right.
we don't do this? Why we don't? And so that's with him. You
What's
will start
going
hearing him,
on?
right. You will start hearing him say that.
Right.
And it's more like, well, I gotta work, or I got this, or I got like your shit matter more than his shit,
Mm.
right? And then all of a sudden, now
It's
you
an
get this.
interesting perspective. I mean, I'm glad that
I'm
we
not.
were able, like, and
I'm
open to
not saying
talk
that's
about
every
it.
dude.
You
I'm
know,
not saying that's every
it's
dude.
a difficult conversation to have because there are so many like gray areas to what people, like I said, like people what they think is and what they think is not, you know. But
Right?
I don't know. I was just happy that everybody was able to be open and transparent with it and
Right.
just, you know, share their
You on, Jay?
experiences. And I super appreciate that. Really quick in the comments, Trisha
Go ahead.
Sneed says it's two reasons a man cheat. One, he's a cheater, and that's just him. Or
Right.
two, women are not given something he really needs. I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. I agree with the fact that if he's a cheater and he's a cheater, but I don't necessarily agree with if he's missing something. That's like what he's the first thing he's gonna go do.
You know
Or
what?
is that just me?
You
Was
know
that
what?
just me?
Dude, can I ask you a question? Because I came on y'all show. Can I ask y'all a question?
Of
Do you
course.
think women? Do you think women live in their head?
I do.
Do you think? I
I
mean,
do. I don't know if all women do, but I do. What'd you say?
what about you, Vivi?
I think there's some women that do. Not everyone, but some.
I mean, I'm talking about. Okay, cool. Right?
So, like,
Do you
as a
think?
majority, are we talking like a majority?
No, no. I would just speak. Right?
Okay.
I
Okay,
have
go ahead.
another counter. And with that, do you think women make a lot of assumptions?
Yes.
And
Well,
do
I was
assumptions?
always taught to not make an assumption because then you make an ass out of yourself. So I probably don't make assumptions more so than most.
But to live in your head is to make an assumption of
No,
something.
it's to create, like, I get facts. So like I'm thinking in my head what's going on. Like when I say live in my head, I'm taking everything that's going on and I'm analyzing it in
Hmm.
my head. I'm not talking about it. I'm analyzing everything. So I'm not making assumptions. I'm
Right.
analyzing. So that's what I mean by living in my head.
Do you know what that sound like to men? You know what that's
Like a serial killer. I know. I sound like a serial
we're like,
killer. Okay?
what
I
the
get it.
fuck did that mean? Like
I get it. I
we're
get
like,
it.
what does that mean, sis? Like we don't even know what that means. Like
Like,
like okay,
Still,
please let
no,
us
you
know.
don't.
That's why women be like, men are so dumb. No, it's just that sometimes like we be like, we just asked you one
what?
question and then like we asked the
Like
second
this
question.
one question I asked can you whatever you answer, it can answer 10 questions. Okay. Just saying.
You fucking
And if you
right.
don't
You're
answer it right, then it's like 20 more questions on top of what the fuck I just asked.
right. So okay, so my whole point was to assume is to be thought about, right?
Okay.
Like we think about these things and we come
Mhm.
up with these assumptions, right?
Okay.
Now,
I get what you're. I get what
now women be like, I had a woman's gut. I had a woman's gut. He was doing it, blah blah blah, right?
That is not an assumption. That is real shit. Okay.
Yes.
That's an
real.
assumption.
When you feel
Hey, check
it,
this out.
it's
Check this
it's
out. Check this out. You know how many?
99.9% the truth.
Hold on. You know how many times? I'm gonna be straight real with y'all. You know how many times my wife went through my phone and shit because she was assuming? I've caught her. Hey,
Oh
you want
God.
some? Oh yeah, no. Oh no, I was just no. Go ahead. No, I ain't tripping. I don't give a
First
fuck.
three letter. The
My
first three
phone
letters
out.
of assumption.
Here, you want here? You know what I mean? I'd be like, you can see what you want to see.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, what's so crazy is that out of
Oh,
everything, it could be great shit going on through my phone. It could be bad shit going on through my phone, right? But you will only pick out the shit with the bitches.
The only shit with the bitches. Oh, for God. Well,
Right?
I guess you know what I guess that when they say when you're looking for something, you're gonna find it. You know what I'm saying? Like I definitely get that.
You're right.
I don't
No,
know.
you're right. That's why I don't go through the phone because I know I must find some shit I don't like.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know how protective I am.
Hmm.
I don't it's a matter of like honestly now I'm a little weird. Like I'm like I'm territorial like a motherfucker. Yeah, I'm territorial like a motherfucker. Nah, I don't need you fucking with that crowd. I don't need you whoop whoop whoop. I need you know what I mean.
That's
You
funny.
know what I mean?
I share like when I get like hellos or whatever, like let me pay you or let me do whatever. Like me and my hubby, like he thinks that shit is hilarious. He's like, message him back. I'm like, I'm not fucking entertaining this shit. Like it's funny to him. He'll be like, let's talk to him. Like, no, I'm not doing that. You know?
Right. So I mean, like that's fun. Like I can see the funness out of that, right? Because like we
Right.
just wild thinkers. That's just like me and my cousin type shit. Like we just wild. We just like because we know ain't nothing gonna happen, and if anything happen, we go press the issue. And like
Right.
nigga, you look stupid, nigga. We been sitting here laughing at your dumb ass sending dick pics, right? You know what I mean? And we Googled your, we put all your shit on Google now, nigga. Now the whole world knows. You know what I mean? Like we got that shit from a female that told us that on the show. She's like, yeah, niggas be sending me their dick pics and I be putting that shit on Google. Like, what? Bitch?
God.
Yeah. That's
Oh
a
no.
conversation you should have. But anyway,
Come on, dick pics on
DMs.
Google, huh?
it go down in the
It
DM.
go down in the DM, Jess. It go down in the
I guess
DM.
it does. I guess it does.
You know what I mean? But I definitely understand where women are coming from, and I know that women don't like to be cheated on. Good women at that, and sometimes men. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Men don't understand. Like a lot of men, I'm gonna be straight up. A lot of men never really saw. I'm glad Vivi came back in because Vivi go like this. At first, she was hating me for a little bit. You know what I mean? She was
She
like,
doesn't
"Oh,
hate
this
anybody.
motherfucker, this
She
motherfucker
really
did."
doesn't. She loves
But
everybody.
Vivi gonna like look, Vivi gonna like this because this is her twang. You know what I mean? She like this feminist
Right.
shit. So check. You know what I mean? So even though I understand I was giving y'all a lot of manosphere
Oh
shit.
my gosh, feminist.
You're a feminist now.
I'm fucking with you. But what I'm
She's just
saying is
talking
that
shit.
there are a lot of men out here that don't understand what it's like to be with a real woman. Like, and I'm not talking the actual physicalities, titties and shit. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like a actual mature woman who understands what a man is. Right?
Mhm.
And a lot of men don't know what that's like. They don't understand what it's like to be with a woman that really takes like wants to hold them down, right?
Mhm.
Ain't holding finances up against. See, that's why I say a good woman is. A good woman is a woman that don't hold finances up against the nigga, don't hold any type of hardship up against him, and let him make mistakes and just trust him to make the
Right.
best abilities to do so in the next future, right? Or in the
Yeah.
next decision, right? Like you're literally letting him lead.
Mhm.
And most men don't know what that even feels like. So you're right. These niggas feel like, well, shit, she ain't showing me what she wants, that she should show me. So I'm gonna go out and, you know what I mean, do what I do. Or they was probably most men was probably already doing that. Honest, I can't even say this more than enough. The niggas that be cheating were probably already cheating when you fuck with these niggas. I'm gonna be. It keeps making me
That's
go back to
interesting.
the. You know what I mean? It keeps making me go back there, like, and that's like the truest shit I could probably say.
So
You know what I
Do
mean?
you think?
But wait. But there are men out here that's not man enough to handle a actual relationship. So you know what I mean? I want to play devil's advocate to kind of like
Okay.
let you know, like what you guys were speaking of was right, but it wasn't necessarily in the right way, right?
Okay.
It was from a woman's perspective, and even though
Mhm.
men can understand what you're saying, we like you just have the wrong view. It's like it's not over there; it's over here. Where's the problem is, where the issue at, you know what I mean? Vivi's coming back in, she's just
Yeah.
hit the mic.
Yeah. No,
But
we're
you know what I mean?
listen.
So that's where I'm like kind of getting down to the cheating part, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And I can't even like I can say that I've been a dude that have had many fucking opportunities.
Mhm.
Nigga. I mean many, right? I mean from counseling women to I mean, to politician women, to models, to I mean,
Top tier to low tier.
hey man, yeah, right, top tier to low tier, man, it goes down, right? And I can understand like my homie Rick would always tell me, Biz, how do you do it? He would always tell me, and that's why I can stand 10 toes on my shit because there were always somebody there recording. There was
Right.
always somebody there watching, right? Because we can say what we want to say. Oh, I didn't do this and I didn't do that. But who was there to confirm that shit? You know what I mean? Where the
Right.
paperwork at, right? So
Right. For
when
sure.
I'm on the road, I got my guy right here. My niggas looking at me like, bro, how were you able to just like curve these women like that? Like how
That's
you
what I
able?
was gonna ask. Like, how are you different than the next
Because I
motherfucker?
got that juice.
You got that juice.
And,
I got that
and
juice.
that's
So
the
you made
easy. That's the
what it
easy too.
was is you
That's
made a
the easy
conscious
part.
decision to be a respectable human being.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
how
you
you want
did.
to look at it, but it's honestly easy. It's not as hard as niggas think. You know what I mean? It's
Even
just
when
that
you're single, it's easy.
right. It's easy. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not even honestly when you
Interesting.
it's really not. There's a small group of men like me and Smooth and Notice and like the few cats that come on this. It's like that's why I have a small coalition. Like it's
Yeah.
not a lot of niggas like us. Like we could be in a room full of bad bitches and all them bitches would be honest and that would be like a turn off. Like honestly, like would bitches be like, oh my god, right? That's just like man, bitch, get out of here, man. You know what I mean? Like
I
you just
said,
like
wait.
Right.
right. You know what I mean?
I
You
said
want some thirsty
thirsty as
dick,
fuck.
right?
Man,
You know what I mean? It's like some thirsty
niggas know
shit.
what
Okay.
time you on.
Yeah. I'd be like, shit, this dick ain't free. Oh hell no. This dick costs.
Taking
Hmm.
free.
You know what I mean? When Kendrick came out with that record, I loved it. This dick ain't free.
Yeah,
I'm
That's
serious.
this
awesome.
motherfucker got a few bags on it.
You know what I mean? Nigga, bitch, you
Yeah,
better pay some bags. You want this dick. You want this dick? You gotta pay some
yeah.
bags because I got shit.
So,
And I gave
question.
you this.
Bag.
Look, I got a question. So, if your homeboy is cheating, do you correct, like, say, hey, I don't think, or just don't, you don't even get involved?
You know what? In real life, it depends.
What was
It
Okay.
that?
really
What you say?
depends.
So, what I said was like,
Sis, can
say
you
you're
hear
in
me?
a situation with your homeboy and they're cheating, like they got a good chick at home and they're doing their thing. Would you say something or would you not?
It,
What
And
was
Smooth
that
it
said
again?
it depends.
depends. It
What was
depends.
what
And
was that?
then and on a fly, I'm gonna mind
Mhm.
my business to keep it 1,000. Like
I didn't hear
that's
that.
just that. But if a nigga got, let's say for example, if Biz doing some weirdo shit, I'm gonna tell him, cause that's my
Yeah,
really. I'm gonna tell blood like, hey bro, yeah, nah, that ain't it.
right.
Even though I'm just speaking, bro, ain't never been on weird shit, but yeah,
Yeah.
if you really my boy, if you really my boy and
Then
I
you're gonna
fuck with
say
you
something, right?
on my
Like
mama,
a
but
lot of
if
people
I
just
don't
stay out
look
the
at
way.
you like, yeah, if I don't look at you like that, that's your funeral.
Yeah. A lot of people just mind their bit. Like I would say something, I'd be like, yo, I don't think this is the best decision, and I'm out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I would say
Bullshit,
something.
Jazz.
I can't not
Women
say
are the
something.
best. Women are the best secret keepers on the fucking planet. Y'all ain't the
I mean,
best
I
secret
can keep a
keepers.
secret, but it doesn't mean I'm about to okay it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I think this is fucking the best decision you bitch you done made. Like I'm if it's my true friend, I'm about to be like, yo, I don't think you should do this. Let's think about this. Let's go do something else. But if your mind's made up, I'm out. You feel me? Like I'm not about to sit there and be like, oh bitch, let's hang out. Let's party. No, I'm not about to do that.
That's facts. That's facts.
You know what I
You
mean? Like
can't
I'm
say
just not.
you can't say from the research I did before, both genders cheat 25% roughly. I'm telling you, they cheat on the same scale. I think it's like men are like a little bit more than women or something like that.
I
But
believe it. Like I'm not here to be like, oh, women are angels and they fuck. I said what I said. I don't.
no,
I'm not ashamed of what I've done. I know I made mistakes and I grew from it. I didn't carry it with every fucking relationship I had. You know what I'm saying? Was I jaded for a long time? Sure. I was jaded for a fucking long time. But
mm,
luckily I shook that shit off and was able to meet a good man.
yeah, you met a great man. That
I did.
motherfucker crazy as fuck.
He sure the fuck is.
Yeah, I dare you niggas. I dare you niggas try. You have a hard. You got a hard motherfucker. It's a fight right there, boy. That is not a
He's
fight that
awesome.
you let. Hey, you might have to.
He's awesome. He's awesome. Love
Yeah,
that man.
yeah, yeah. Don't
But
get
yeah,
these
no,
niggas fucked up, Jazz.
I really enjoy. I
Jazz, see,
enjoyed the shit
see,
out of this
Jazz,
topic.
you be the no, y'all be no, you be the one to get these niggas fucked up. You know what I mean? Cause these niggas be,
No,
you know what I mean? You be like, oh
and
no,
like
he's a good guy, he's
no,
sweet, and
I
these
don't.
niggas will take it kindly. Be like, oh, what's up, Jazz? Yeah,
No,
yeah. You
I'm
get
not.
punched in the
I
fucking back
don't
of the head.
entertain. Like no. I don't entertain shit. I don't be talking to people like people. Like I had a story the other day. We was walking on Fremont. This was back in the day. We was in a group, and I left the group because I wanted my shoes. I was wearing some shoes that was hurting my feet, and my flip flops were in the car. I fucking took off. I'm fucking walking because my fucking shit hurt. I'm fucking on a mission. You feel me? This dude walked up. He grabbed my arm like he interlocked. I said, "Motherfucker, what you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, what's up, girl? You walking by yourself?" I said, "Oh, my husband's behind me. I'm cool." And he's like, "I don't see nobody behind you." I said, "But he see you. You better get away from me."
Yeah, do that monkey shit if you want to. Get
Right.
your
Like,
noggin knocked.
look,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't entertain it. I don't like he will entertain it until he sees my crazy eyes, and then he's like, "Oh, you need to get away from me." The crazy eyes are coming. No. They're crazy.
Walkie says a lot of women say men cheat, but went after the man that already had a woman. I'm telling you, that's what I said earlier.
Mm. A lot of women say men cheat, but went after the man that already had. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know.
I'm telling you, I
Mm,
can't miss. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is.
that's
Women
interesting.
women are always going to go for the man that's being liked by other women.
Hmm. Come on. I don't know. I
If
get
women
it.
don't,
I
if
get
hey,
the thought process. I definitely get it.
but you see, you lucked up. Like you, my wife, you know what I mean? Like y'all lucked up, right? Because you know what I mean? Like we understand, we grew up with men around. So we
Mm,
understand what it's like to have men around, take care of the shit. We saw them with a woman, right? Now I might see my uncle with, a couple women, whatever, yeah. But I saw him have that solid family lifestyle. He still kept a house down. He still hold the house down.
right.
You know what I mean? So we at least we saw that from him. We saw granddad. So we had men roles in the family. So we
Yeah, for
understand
sure.
what a man in the family do, right? So if
Right.
anything, if you don't like us, the woman would stay with us because we know how to take care of the family or hold down the
Take care of
fam.
home. Right.
Take care of home. So
Yeah,
that's a lot of weight off the woman's shoulder. But then again, we also be able to, we're like Renaissance men. You know us, like anything we
yeah,
fucking put our mind to, we go fucking figure it out and do what we gotta do to make it happen.
for sure.
But a lot of women go after those guys. You know what I mean? And those guys are
Yeah,
always picked. They're the funniest. They're the charismatic. They're the life of the party. They're entertaining as fuck. You know
yeah.
what I mean? I
I
just gotta.
suppose.
I know you looking like what the fuck.
I suppose. I get it. I
I,
totally get it.
I hope you
From
do.
like, but it's like two sides of the spectrum, right? And it's just like I think it's
I know.
situational. you think a little, you do, but don't, because you see it from a man's perspective. Like, I totally get it, but I'm glad that we got to hash our shit.
No, I love this. This is a great convo. I know Nyla said, because of my boys have my dad, they'll learn a lot. I'm telling
That's
you,
awesome.
that's what I was telling you, Nyla, last time. Like, you need a man around. Just the image and what a man does, so they can know what it exactly how to interact as a man. So
Mhm.
that's dope. I'm glad for that. You know what I mean? I'm glad y'all
Yeah.
did that.
No,
Um,
I super enjoyed the conversation, and I just super
I'm gonna let
appreciate
Jay
you
Smooth
giving
go.
me
I'm
this
gonna let Jay
platform
Smooth.
to be able to talk.
Hey, I talk too
What?
much. I talk too much when I go. I'm gonna let Jay Smooth talk, and then you let me know when you ready to get out of here. I'm in the back
We're good.
office.
We're good. If Jay
Look,
Smooth got something else to say, then we're good.
look,
What you got, Jay?
I don't, wait a minute. Hold on. Time out. Talk about what? What am I put my 2 cents on?
Oh no, just in general.
I'm lost. I don't know what we on.
About
But
cheaters,
Said a lot. Cheaters,
cheaters. How
cheaters.
to deal with a cheater?
shit,
How
move the
would
fuck
you
on.
how would you deal with the cheater? Would you, like, if you had a girl and you found out she was cheating, what would you do? Would you just end
Bye.
it? Would you get
Bye.
revenge?
Nah. Fuck that revenge shit. You gotta go. That's
You gotta
just
go.
out. You gotta go.
Would you have the
Depending
conversation?
on.
Would you tell her, bitch, I caught you, I'm out? Or
No,
would you,
I wouldn't even.
like, how would you have